Welcome to my channel, where we dive deep into the world of law. Whether you're a law student, bar reviewee, legal practitioner, or just someone looking to better understand the law, you're in the right place. Remember, ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest legal insights.
Labor law in the Philippines is constantly evolving, and recent cases highlight key developments every legal professional should know. Let's dive into three significant rulings that are shaping the landscape today. First, in LBC Express-VIS, Inc. v. Monica C. Palco, the court tackled issues of sexual harassment and constructive dismissal, emphasizing the rights of employees to a safe and respectful workplace. This case underscores the serious implications of workplace harassment and the employer's responsibility to protect their employees. Next, in People of the Philippines versus Antonio M. Talaue was found guilty beyond reasonable doubt of violating Section 52G in relation to Section 6B of RA number 8291. This ruling serves as a reminder of the strict enforcement of legal obligations under the Government Service Insurance System GSIS law. Finally, in Bishop Shinji Amari of Abico Baptist Church, et al. V. Ricardo R. Villaflor, Jr., the Supreme Court clarified that while the state is prohibited from interfering in purely ecclesiastical affairs, the church is also barred from meddling in purely secular matters. The case highlighted the delicate balance between religious freedom and the enforcement of labor laws, reaffirming that legal boundaries must be respected by both the state and religious institutions. Imagine stepping into your workplace, a place meant for productivity and growth, only to find yourself constantly looking over your shoulder, feeling unsafe and unheard. This was the reality for Monica C. Palco, an employee of LBC Express-VIS, Inc., who faced not only unwanted advances, but also the crushing silence of her employer. In today's video, we delve into the gripping case of LBC Express-VIS, Inc. v. Monica C. Palco, a landmark decision that underscores the legal and moral responsibilities of employers in addressing sexual harassment and ensuring a safe working environment. The facts: Monica C. Palco began her career as a customer associate at LBC Express-VIS, Inc., specifically at the Gaisano Danao branch. However, her work environment soon turned hostile due to the inappropriate behavior of her team leader, Arturo A. Batucan. Batucan's actions started with flirtation but escalated to outright sexual harassment, culminating in an incident where he attempted to kiss Palco while she was counting money. Shocked and feeling unsafe, Palco reported the incident to LBC's head office. Yet, despite her courage in coming forward, the company's response was disturbingly slow and ineffective. Feeling abandoned and vulnerable, Palco made the difficult decision to resign, stating that she could no longer work in such an unsafe environment. She subsequently filed a complaint for illegal dismissal, arguing that she was effectively forced out of her job due to the hostile work environment, a legal concept known as constructive dismissal. Additionally, she filed a separate sexual harassment complaint against Batucan. The legal issue. The key question before the court was whether LBC could be held liable for constructive dismissal. Constructive dismissal occurs when an employer, through its actions or inactions, makes the work environment so intolerable that an employee feels compelled to resign. In this case, the focus was on LBC's responsibility after being informed of Batucan's harassment and whether their delayed response contributed to an unsafe and hostile work environment for Palco. The Supreme Court ruling. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Palco, holding that LBC Express-VIS, Inc. was indeed liable for constructive dismissal. The court emphasized that while Batucan's actions were central to creating the hostile work environment, LBC's failure to act swiftly upon learning of the harassment showed a clear disregard for Palco's safety and well-being. This indifference, the court noted, exacerbated the hostile environment and ultimately left Palco with no choice but to resign. The ruling also clarified that while an employer might not directly authorize or sanction the illegal acts of a managerial employee, they bear responsibility when they fail to address such behavior promptly and effectively. In Palco's case, the court found that LBC's inaction amounted to complicity, thereby making them accountable for her constructive dismissal. Conclusion. This case serves as a powerful reminder of the duty of care that employers owe to their employees. It's not just about providing a place to work, but ensuring it's a place where employees feel safe, respected, and protected. The consequences of failing to uphold this duty can be severe, as seen in this landmark decision that continues to shape employment law in the Philippines. Welcome. Today, we're exploring a crucial case in Philippine law: People of the Philippines versus Talaue. This case is a significant point of reference for understanding legal accountability in public office, especially in relation to the Government Service Insurance System, or GSIS. In the world of public administration, the responsibility to manage public funds and remit contributions to the appropriate agencies is a task of utmost importance. This case sheds light on the consequences when those responsibilities are neglected, focusing on the actions or inactions of a municipal mayor and how the law holds public officials accountable. Antonio M. Talaue, the municipal mayor of STO. Tomas Isabella, along with the municipal treasurer Efren Gayab and accountant Floreny Galicino, were charged with failing to remit over 22 million pesos in GSIS contributions. The case arose when the GSIS, through branch manager Araceli Santos, discovered that the municipality had not been remitting the required contributions, which included interests, for several years. Santos testified that it was the responsibility of the mayor, treasurer, and accountant to ensure these payments were made. Despite receiving multiple notices and demand letters addressed to Mayor Talaue, the payments were not made, leading to a significant financial liability. Talaue defended himself by arguing that he had instructed the treasurer to manage the payments. He believed that the Department of Budget and Management, DBM, was supposed to withhold and remit these contributions on behalf of the municipality. However, the treasurer cited a lack of funds at the year's end and confusion over whether the DBM or the municipality was responsible for the remittances. During the trial, Talaue claimed that he later directed the treasurer to begin paying the GSS and that a memorandum of agreement, MOA, had been entered into, converting the unpaid contributions into a loan, which was to be paid in installments. He argued that this MOA relieved him of criminal liability. The core issue in this case was whether Talaue, as the municipal mayor, could be held criminally liable for the failure to remit GSIS contributions under Section 52G in relation to Section 6B of Republic Act No. 8291, also known as the GSIS Act of 1997. The Supreme Court upheld the Sandiganbayan's ruling, finding Talaue guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The court emphasized that under the GSIS Act, the responsibility for remitting GSIS premiums lies not just with the treasurer and accountant, but also with the head of the office, in this case, Mayor Talaue. The court ruled that as the municipal mayor, Talaue was the chief executive of the municipality, making him directly responsible for ensuring the timely remittance of GSIS contributions. The law clearly stipulates that the failure, refusal, or delay in the remittance of these contributions within 30 days from when they become due is a criminal offense. Moreover, the court pointed out that Talaue's inaction over a prolonged period, from 1997 to 2004, demonstrated gross negligence. Despite the notices and demand letters, he failed to take sufficient steps to remedy the situation. The MOA did not absolve him of liability, as the obligation to remit the contributions had already been violated. The ruling is a powerful reminder that the law holds public officials accountable for the duties entrusted to them. Passing the blame to subordinates or relying on procedural technicalities does not protect one from legal responsibility. In summary, People versus Talaue is a case that underscores the principle that accountability in public office is non-negotiable. If you're in a position of authority, particularly in public administration, this case is a must-know. Welcome to today's Legal Deep Dive. We're exploring a case that draws a fine line between ecclesiastical and secular jurisdiction. Bishop Shinji Amari of Abico Baptist Church, et al. V. Villaflor. Let's break down the case. Facts. Ricardo R. Villaflor Jr. was notified of his removal as a missionary from Abico Baptist Church, the cancellation of his American Baptist Association, ABA, recommendation as a national missionary, and his exclusion from the church in Japan. Villaflor challenged these actions, arguing that they constituted an illegal dismissal from his role as a missionary, leading him to file a complaint. The labor arbiter, LA, initially ruled in Villaflor's favor, declaring the dismissal illegal. However, this decision was overturned by the National Labor Relations Commission, NLRC, which cited a lack of jurisdiction. The Court of Appeals, CA, then stepped in, ruling that both the LA and NLRC had jurisdiction over the matter. Issue. The key issue was whether Villaflor's dismissal was illegal, considering the involvement of ecclesiastical affairs. The court needed to determine if the actions taken against Villaflor were ecclesiastical in nature or related to a secular employment dispute. Supreme Court ruling. The Supreme Court ultimately ruled that Villaflor's dismissal was not illegal. The ruling clarified that while the state should not interfere in ecclesiastical matters, religious institutions are also barred from involving themselves in secular employment issues. The court found that the removal of Villaflor as a missionary was an ecclesiastical decision. His exclusion from church membership and the cancellation of the ABA recommendation were also deemed ecclesiastical matters. Importantly, Villaflor failed to establish an employer-employee relationship, as there was no evidence of wage payment or control over his work. Conclusion. This ruling underscores the importance of separating ecclesiastical decisions from legal employment issues, reaffirming the autonomy of religious bodies in managing their internal affairs without state intervention. If you found this case interesting and want to learn more about similar legal topics, make sure to follow our page for more educational content. Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, stay tuned for the upcoming content. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty more in store that you won't want to miss. See you in the next one.